Alright, so on the last of my little first set of casts of RecoN's games. Oh my god, I've got the Viper! Alright guys, so this is actually RecoN Smurf named Ardeshir, so thank you man, I feel so honoured. And he's up against the Viper over in the red trunks, so we've got Abbasid against the blue trunks of the Rus, and we've got two of the greatest players in the game and in the series history facing off. So we've got the Viper, who we all know is basically the best AoE 2 player of all time, and he's proven to be one of the strongest AoE 4 players, and he's up against Ardeshir. Nah, just kidding, he's up against RecoN on his Smurf, named after me. Man, I feel so honoured. And basically RecoN has probably been the most successful across the whole series, having tournament winnings in 4 games. So I'm in for a bit of a treat with him playing a Smurf under my name, and apparently Smurfing's not really a taboo in Age of Empires 4, which is pretty cool. I suppose in the bigger games it's not such a big deal. Little ones, players really don't like it. Anyway, we've got RecoN on Rus, the Viper on Abbasid. The House of Wisdom going to go down for Viper. RecoN just playing the usual start here for the Rus. Just sort of thinking, why did he put it further away? But I guess it just means it's not in the way of wood gatherers. So who's going to get this? Whoop, and Viper steals it off RecoN. Now, when mistakes happen in this game, it's RecoN, and when something good happens for the blue trunks, it's Ardeshir, alright? So we've got a wheelbarrow coming in here for Ardy. We haven't seen any eco techs yet for Viper. Viper's actually managed to find this hunt over here on the top right of the map. It's funny, they're both just zoning these. Ooh, Viper a little lucky there. Or a little bit more attentive. It's funny little dance off with the scouts. Ooh. So Viper actually managing to get another deer carcass. So that costs the Rus player 10 gold every time it happens, and on top of that, right now, there's only 190 gold attributed to the bounty system of RecoN, which means he's getting only 5% rather than 10% increased gathering, and well, for his food, and on top of that, that is a slightly slower tick rate on the gold gen there, which doesn't sound hugely important, but bearing in mind that was RecoN's only gold source before he got this golden gate. So had he managed to actually get those kills, he would get the gold from the bounty and get a slightly quicker tick rate on the hunting cabin, meaning that this would have gone up much faster because he wasn't really worried about food. Like, look at his food bank right now. He basically could have had this out, you know, 2 villages earlier than he otherwise could have, but that all come down to the fact that he was a bit unlucky to not find this, and then, you know, really good micro there from Viper, making sure he didn't actually get any of them easily. I wonder who's going to win the scout v scout trade here. Neither of these players do anything without thinking 5 steps ahead. So the Golden Gate does finish up now, and there'll be a stables. But there already is one here for Viper. So he's got a horseman inbound. Well, this stables is only just finishing up for RecoN. But he is going to go straight for a knight, which is going to be able to eat the horseman for breakfast if there is a fight. And on top of that, the horseman hits for 9 damage. The knight is going to hit for a lot more than that against Vills and against archers, so... But it is going to be twice as expensive, I believe, in terms of resources, as well as costing gold and food rather than wood and food. They do take 13 seconds longer to train. And it is going to go for the scout first, which can, if he does get away, can just regen through this. So RecoN actually going for this hunt over here, while he hasn't gone for the boars. So I think they are a little bit far away from him. Like, this one over here is pretty much underneath Viper's base. There's not really one over this side. This one's more central. So yeah, the Rus player called for the cabin here, but he did put it over here rather than putting it near the trees. In saying that, he's going to be able to get the town centre right next to him. RecoN hasn't actually gone for a tower yet on the wood line. He may look at adding it soon though. Because bearing in mind, it does give you that nice steroid for 20% wood drop off. You know, it can be a bit expensive to pay off initially, but you know, once it's paid off, then it's like any of the Rus crazy eco steroid mechanics that they've got. So Viper's just going to wall down that side, keep RecoN's cavalry busy. Well, he's kept his own horsemen way over the back here. He's going to go for a market, so he's going to trade with that trade post up the top. The second town centre, the Viper, I think, was a little bit faster than RecoN's here, having invested in those, or the 2 stables units rather than just the 1, and the fact that he's gone for a knight. And now that Viper's actually added a horseman, it's forced RecoN to have to add ranged to respond. The cavalry got to get out there for RecoN. Meanwhile, Viper's got to be careful with these horsemen because there is a knight and a horseman in tail. But until the bows hit the field in enough numbers to really be a threat one-shotting stuff, RecoN's going to be on the back foot here, I think. On top of that, he's not going to have the advantage of being able to snare stuff in raids. RecoN pulling that scout out, now he knows what's incoming. He's going to try and wall in this segment of the map. Protecting that relic as well. Is that right to the edge there? So Viper, I think, must be working towards his castle. Looks like RecoN doesn't have as much in the bank at the moment, just getting armory attacks instead at the moment. Is Viper getting any armory? No. So we've got inbound on RecoN space at the moment. Viper opting against it, thinking, well, if I stick around I'm going to lose just as much as I kill. And RecoN does have that range damage, so most of his army actually is bowman by now. So having that is pretty handy for him. So RecoN's actually going to add some spears to the mix as well. A great wall of RecoN. And he's not bothered finishing that segment because I don't think he has to. Oh no, that one there. It's the wrong one. Oh, but this is a bit dangerous. The bowmen are chasing the horsemen. Oh, okay, RecoN's going to pull everything back together. But saying that, he's now denied over here. He's not going to be able to get this walling done. The scout's going to run through the base. So Viper's working towards his castle here, I believe. Which he's just going to shove. Like, oh, he's got so much in the bank. Oh no, he's already got castle. Phenomenal macro behind this. Well, RecoN going to be going castle now, but it's going to be a little bit slower than his opponent. He's going to have a lot of villagers forcing up that Abbey of the Trinity. I think that's going to cost him a lot of gathering time in the meantime. He's desperate to try and get control of some of these relics. Yeah, there's a gate there. RecoN even deleting a segment there. He's going to try and walling up the rest of it. Viper is ready to creep forward with a pretty serious looking army right now. He's even going to whip up another mangonel. He's got some crossbows in the mix, so he's going to make quick work of the knights. And he's going to force RecoN to have to use stagger formation and micro down everything perfectly here. But I think Viper might just have too much against him. Like, RecoN's had to invest in so much walling. And because there's no gate here now, the gate's over on that side, he's got to actually try and scramble down to this gate over here. And meanwhile, Viper can start slowly chipping away at this gate over here. With double mangonel now, with everything focusing it down, the palisade isn't going to last long, but RecoN going to try and scramble together as much of a comp to reverse this as he can. Adding in the horse archers, but going to be quite an expensive unit to field. They do take longer to train than the archers as well. There's a Springald out now, so RecoN, phenomenal use of his Springalds. It's not uncommon. Viper going to be able to take a very good fight against him at the moment because he is up by about 10 pop at the moment. Or RecoN running warrior monks around just to get control of whatever he can, and he's parked a scout here just to keep an eye on that sacred and the relic. Forward outpost here from Viper as well. What RecoN could probably do with an outpost or two here. There's no Trebs yet, there's only the mangonels. So he's going to try and get a fortress up now. So many vills on wood. Now Viper's moved up. Ooh, and the Springald does fall. And the villager does go straight on the mangonel to repair it behind this, but I don't know if it's going to matter. There's no other siege workshop units here to really mess with this backline for Viper. Well, there was another Springald there I didn't see. I was wondering what was firing at these, but GG is called. RecoN has to tap out, and Viper takes the game.